New information from the Epstein files has been dropped, and it puts our president in a very touchy position, a position that he said he was never in. Today, we're going to be diving into a video that shares with us proof that Jeffrey Epstein and President Trump were in the same place at the same time for the same event with a letter giving details of what was going on at that event, something that a lawsuit had happened over and something that was sworn never happened. But now that's in question. Is this another reason why the files are yet to fully be out for everyone to see? Is this something else that's part of a larger cover-up? Let's dive in and find out. Unfortunately, I'm almost done with my coffee, so we'll finish this up. Let me know what you're drinking, and thank you guys for supporting and subscribing to the channel.
Trump is absolutely after these new Epstein revelations. Let's hop right into it. So as you can see, this is a photograph from the Epstein files. You can see the EFTA number in the bottom right-hand corner. And this file was marked, I can't remember exactly, but JE50B Day, something like that. Jeffrey Epstein 50th birthday. So this, what I'm assuming, is a picture of Jeffrey Epstein celebrating his 50th birthday. You can see right here, here is Jeffrey. There appear to be 5 girls with Jeffrey and Ghislaine. These are all redacted, so I'm assuming these are victims or survivors of Epstein and Maxwell's. And, you know, there's a couple photos from this shoot in the files, including this other picture where you can see Ghislaine Maxwell approaching the camera. These women are, again, redacted. There's another person off screen here whose hand is popping in. But what we're here to look at is the decor behind Epstein and Maxwell.
Now, this is very distinct. This is not something that you would normally see. It's not a picture that could be in many different places. This is something that is unique to the venue that they're at right now, which we're going to be finding out in a few moments where this actually is. And spoiler alert, who else may have been there with him?
So as you can see right here, I want you to just really look close at this spiral gold architecture. I don't know what you would call this. These accents over here, the blue with the gold and all of this. I mean, this right here, take an image of this, a mental image, because boom. What
do we have right here? President Trump and his lovely wife at the same structure. And we could say maybe they were there at a different time for a different thing. But first, you guys are going to need to hear where this actually is and more proof that puts them in the same place at the same time.
You see right here. This, my friends, is no ordinary picture. This is Donald and Melania Trump at the Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, 1999. Published in Vanity Fair. I mean, you can find this image everywhere. And as you can see, these are the exact same stylistic accoutrements.
Yes, I agree.
Which means if this file is accurate and is really describing what I think it's describing, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were at Mar-a-Lago for Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday. Now, you might say to yourself, Donald and Jeffrey were documented to be friends. This is nothing new. It's known that Epstein frequented the club, same with Ghislaine. What's weird about this?
And that's a fair argument, right? There's no question that at some point in time they were friends and then that friendship ended, or at least it's being said that it ended, and they moved in their own different directions. Whether that actually happened that way or not, that's for us to believe or to not believe. Let's continue.
Well, let me remind you, Jeffrey's 50th birthday book. That is where this infamous image comes from. The letter written by Donald Trump sent to Jeffrey Epstein for his birthday that says, "There must be more to life than having everything. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is, nor will I, since I also know what it is. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret."
Another wonderful secret. Now, this does sound devious, doesn't it? It sounds like they got something big going on that they don't want anybody to know about. But this was not actually taken by President Trump and said that this is mine. He actually fought, saying that he never had anything to do with this document whatsoever.
Donald J. Trump with the tracing of what looks to be an girl's body, forming the letter. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but when this letter dropped late last year, Trump was adamant that he did not write that. That is not his handwriting. He did not contribute to Epstein's 50th birthday book. Let's just take a look. Yes, Trump actually sued them for $10 billion. He sued the Wall Street Journal for publishing that information. Just recently, I mean, a week or so ago, the judge tossed that lawsuit. So that lawsuit is no longer a thing. And they tossed it for a number of different reasons, but basically, like it says here, Trump's attorneys claimed the birthday card was non-existent, but Epstein's estate later released a card matching the paper's description. So he found that the U.S. district judge, as this article states, he tossed the case after he found that Trump's suit, quote, comes nowhere close, end quote, to reaching the standard of actual malice.
Very interesting. So that lawsuit was just thrown into B to take people's opinions and ideas and thoughts off of anything relating to Epstein files. And again, obviously he was not happy that this was being pinned on him.
Showing, quote, the false statement was made with knowledge that it was false or with reckless disregard of whether or not it was false or not. Quite the opposite. The article explains that before running the story, defendants contacted President Trump, Justice Department officials, and the FBI for comment. President Trump responded with his denial, the Justice Department did not respond at all, and the FBI declined to comment. In short, the complaint and article confirm that defendants attempted to investigate. The article also states that the WSJ reviewed the letter. And yeah, I mean, absolute crazy. I remember when Trump sued and that was like a whole thing. Everybody was in denial. Trump is suing the Wall Street Journal and there's no way that this is real. This is not an actual image that Trump drew or sent in. But bang. Bang, bang, bang. This picture is absolutely insane. And I have to give credit where it's due. I believe the woman who found this and published it first was a woman named Becca Day on TikTok, who I follow. She's an amazing creator. But you can't weasel your way out of this one. This file is marked Epstein 50 B-Day, whatever, Epstein's 50th birthday. And it's quite clearly a photograph of Epstein and Maxwell with potentially survivors/victims at Mar-a-Lago. I mean, I don't know how you could possibly get something more damning than this.
Do you think this is actually enough information, enough, these images themselves and that letter itself, enough to put them at the same place at the same time with those victims because of the faces redacted? Is this as damning as the conspiracy files are actually saying, or is this just a conspiracy, a coincidence, something that really doesn't have much meaning? I'm actually curious about what you guys think. Please let me know down below.
To me, not only does this just show that the lawsuit was frivolous and that Trump did indeed write that letter, but it goes to show that Trump's, once again, just willing to lie to everybody to get his way, to weasel his way out of the Epstein thing. I mean, clearly, this is the photograph of Epstein and Maxwell inside of Mar-a-Lago. And as the file states, it's Jeffrey's 50th birthday, which is the same birthday that Trump sent that letter to.
The question I guess we can ask is, did Trump admit to being at that birthday? Or did he deny about being at that birthday? If he denied, I think it's fairly clear that he was there at that event. If the date that was put inside of the magazine coincides with the date of the event that went on, especially the 50th birthday for Jeffrey Epstein, it puts President Trump and his wife at the event.
Ghislaine Maxwell, for the book, I worded that really poorly, but he sent in that letter to Maxwell to put in Epstein's 50th birthday book. He denied it. Now we have a picture of Epstein and Maxwell. You absolutely cannot make this stuff up.
So as mentioned, very curious if you guys think this is enough evidence to actually place President Trump at the 50th birthday party of Jeffrey Epstein. And if so, does it pin him to any things that were possibly going on there? Does that letter that he sent that was for the birthday book, does that show evidence that that actually was from President Trump? These are the questions that we all are thinking of right now. I appreciate you sticking around and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. And if you want to see more on the Epstein files, check out this video because we deep dive.